Okay, cool. All right, so let's dive right into it. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Uh, so much activity happening in Europe. So much activity happening all over the UK. It's really special to watch what's happening. And one of the things what we talked about last week is really how to position yourself when you're really in a stage of early growth or massive growth. How to make sure that you have and are applying the right principles so that you can mitigate and offset any potential loss that might happen, with the natural ebbs and flows of business. But tonight, what I want to share with you all is something I just want to bring into your mental awareness as we approach these next couple of weeks, because it doesn't matter if you're watching in the Netherlands or in Spain or in the UK or Belgium or wherever you might be tuning in from in Europe right now. It's the same there as it is here, Australia, Mexico, doesn't matter. And that's this: what you're going to witness starting probably today, and in the States, it started about 3 days ago. What you're going to witness is an experience of the human existence that goes on every single year. And huge businesses depend on what I'm going to share with you to happen. And it's necessary for them to continue as businesses. What I'm about to share with you is necessary for them to experience. And what they require is they require something called the holiday hypnosis. Now, I don't know if that's an actual term. That's just what I call it. The holiday hypnosis. And what the holiday hypnosis is it's this idea that as soon as Boxing Day has occurred, or Thanksgiving here in the US, or Black Friday has happened, what starts to happen? What goes up in people's homes? Holidays, seasonal decorations go into the homes. The Christmas tree goes up, right? The tree goes up. The lights go on the home, right? And everything starts to be about the holiday season. The music starts to play. We all want to punch Mariah Carey by the time it's all said and done, because we've heard that song so many times, not her personally, but you know what I mean, right? Like you hear the same songs over and over again. And we're in this lull. And why do big businesses depend on consumers to go into this holiday hypnosis? So that we lackadaisically make buying decisions. We overeat. We spend a lot of money. We over leverage credit cards. We buy out of guilt for family members, right? And we do all of that because we buy into the belief that it's the holiday season and that's how everybody else is acting, so that's how we should act. And then what else starts to happen for us? We get lazy, we get lethargic, we start to remove some of the hard, some of the good habits we've built over the course of the year. Those things start to they start to waver a little bit. Drop a 1 in the chat box if you already know, if you can already feel that starting to come in, right? Like maybe I'll have an extra cocktail tonight. Maybe I'll eat a little bit extra food today, right? It's getting colder, so it's easier to cope with things like food and alcohol and all those things. And what I'm not saying don't enjoy the holiday season by any stretch of the imagination, but what I am sharing with you tonight is I really want you to pay very close attention as a business person to not fall into consumer-minded behaviors, to not fall into the trap of the hypnosis, to not fall into lackadaisical activity, lackadaisical ways of thinking, lackadaisical ways of being, to not get lazy in your habits, not get lazy in your daily method of operation, to not get lazy in your planning, to not get lazy when it comes to running your business. Because if you go the way that the rest of society goes, you'll operate like the rest of the society. So for those of you that plug in to Pivot on Purpose, you hear me always talk about cash flow quadrant, right? 95% of the population's on the left-hand side of the quadrant. They only control 5% of the wealth. Why do you think they only control 5% of the wealth, aside from earning linear income, trading time for money? Because what happens this time of year? They shut off. They shut off. They fall asleep. And they start spending money that they don't have, eating foods that they shouldn't eat, drinking too much alcohol, right? And they say, January 1st, I'm gonna turn it all around. But I think we all know that that's not how it works, right? It's about building sustainable compounding habits over time. And so I really, the only thing I really want to talk with you about tonight is staying sharp and staying focused in your own behaviors and in your own discipline so you don't fall into the trap of lethargic thinking and lackadaisical ways of being, to stay focused. So I want to give you a little bit of an assignment tonight, okay? Tonight, if you don't already do this, after this call, I know it's a little bit late, just spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and just plan out your week. Schedule your days. What are the 2 hours of your day? There you go. That guy is all about it, right? What are the 2 hours of your day that you're working your business every single day this week, or 4 hours? What do those time blocks look like? Who are you talking with this week? And I really want you to get disciplined about focusing on what your week to week, day to day plan is more than you've ever focused on it before. Now, we have great training on how to do a daily method of operation, how to set goals. We have the virtual academy that we just did about 2 months ago that's available for you all to review. Emma Poli did an incredible training on how to set goals. Ali Gray taught on the daily checklist that you all have access to in terms of what to actually do on the day-to-day basis. But I really want you to take some time and strategically plan out what every single day is going to look like. Because if you can win the day, you can win the holiday season, okay? And historically, there are really two types of business owners inside of Isogenics, right? Well, there you go, Judy, perfect example, right? So for some people, December can be a huge month in business. For other people, December can be a not so big month. And the only distinguisher is the people that keep it turned on, the people that stay focused, the people that stay active. And I don't just mean with your business, I also mean with your health habits, right? Pay attention to the food that you're eating, pay attention to the alcohol that you're consuming, right? And it's easy, look, it's easy for all of us to do it. It's very easy for all of us to have a little bit extra, but it's in these times where you're gonna be able to separate yourself from the masses because you chose to make different choices when everybody else was getting hypnotized. So type in the chat box, what are some of the areas that you know that you want to be a little bit more disciplined with in a loving way, right? I believe in discipline with love. So we do it with compassion. We don't do it from the sense of beating ourselves up. It's not about being bad or wrong or anything along those lines. It's about creating an environment that feels good for us, where we know we're nurturing our minds, we know we're nurturing our bodies, we know we're taking care of our businesses. So type in the chat box, what are some of the things where you want to enhance your loving discipline for yourself? So Jeanette says training. Emma says keeping to my daily workouts, reading or meditation, self-care for Mikey and for Saskia. Willem started you get started in Isobody, time management, right? So being really more disciplined in how you use your time, refocusing on the basics of network marketing, self-respect, reading books, meditating, being an example, self-care, right? Morning routines, traveling to the US. I don't know if you want to come here right now. Well, you are the president now though, so there's that. Right, so focusing on the system, okay? No candy, right? What are those, it's hard to stay away from those. What did you guys bring me? You gave me a gift, the little black licorice in the Netherlands. What was those called? Dupes or yeah, drops. Yep, yeah, I remember. Yep, right. Stay away from those. Right, those are easy. They brought me this big bag, right? This huge bag. Right. So what are some other things? Call some people, make some contacts. Okay. Eat clean, train dirty. Okay. Reading 10 pages a day. So these are all the types of things. Working out, of course, so important. So these are all the things where I really want you to focus on doubling down on your discipline, especially over the next couple of weeks. Now, the other reason it's so important is not just for your own personal mentality and your own personal mindset, because here's what I know. It's harder to start and stop than it is to keep going when it comes to creating healthy lifestyle habits. It's harder to start and stop. Because I think we could all agree with this, right? I think we could all agree that, let's say you took the next 3 weeks and you completely took off your business. Okay, you didn't work on your Isogenics business. You drank maybe 1 shake a day. You ate all the food, all the alcohol, right? Maybe put on a couple kilos, feel exhausted. Then all of a sudden, January 1st comes, January 2nd comes, right? And you see all these people in Isogenics that are excited because we know it's a really busy time of the year. And type in the chat box, how are you going to be feeling? When you see everybody else like excited and like now's the time, how might you be feeling? You're gonna feel rubbish, you're gonna feel behind, you're gonna feel slow, you're gonna feel lethargic, you're gonna feel tired, you're gonna feel, what else? You're gonna feel annoyed, right? What else might you feel? Frustrated, okay? What else might you feel? Sad. And what happens when we get sad and frustrated and annoyed and ashamed? What do we do to ourselves? Are we nice to ourselves? Not typically. What do? We beat ourselves up. How do we beat ourselves up? We use food, we use words, we use any kind of things. We allow ourselves into conversations that are toxic, right? We go to red wine, okay? So all of these things start to creep in because we got stagnant. We got stagnant. We stayed still. We stopped. We get depressed for sure. I know that's something I've certainly experienced in my life, especially during the holidays. So it's very, 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 very important. Please heed my thoughts on this. Please, I'm begging you. It's already been a remarkably challenging year for everybody around the world. You're already carrying energetic and psychological trauma, quite frankly, that you might not have even processed yet this year. And to expose yourself to a deeper sense of disappointment or shame or guilt or anything along those lines, to expose yourself by getting lazy over these next couple of weeks is extremely, extremely dangerous for your overall mindset and overall mental well-being. And I think you guys all know this about me. More than your physical well-being, more than your financial well-being, what's the number one thing that I'm always focused on? Mental well-being. Are you taking care of your headspace? Are you taking care of your soul space? Are you taking care of your heart space? Are you taking care of those things vigilantly, ruthlessly? Are you building a fortress around your wellness so that no matter what, you can not just experience the holiday season, but you can thrive through the holiday season, that you can come out on the other side energized and engaged and excited and powerful? Because then what's going to happen is when people are starting to look for, a new way to kick off the year, they're going to look to you. And why are they going to look to you? You look so healthy. You look so vibrant. You seem so positive. The energy is just coming out of you. What are you doing? It's not what I'm doing. It's what I've been doing consistently. So really, 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 really pay very close attention to staying awake. The opposite of hypnosis is being awake. Stay awake, stay aware. What are the things? Who are the people? What are the programs that you watch on television that start to seep in, that start to chip away and chip away and chip away and start to erode? Because the more mentally strong you can get, especially in times of great challenge, and the more you can become aware of how you handle and channel your own emotions, the more you can increase your own emotional intelligence, the more that you can position yourself to excel regardless of what's happening in the economy. See, I know a lot of business owners. I know some business owners that own physical locations, okay, who have been shut down, and they're not responding. They're just crying. They're sad. They're devastated. They're not moving. I know other business owners who I message with and I say, how are you? I'm really grateful I said yes to Isogenics. I'm working every day. I'm looking for the positive. I'm finding ways to pivot. I'm excelling. Why? Attitude and mindset. It's very easy. It's very easy to get hypnotized. It's very easy to go to sleep. It's very easy to turn it off and turn it on and turn it off and turn it on. But when you look at the majority of the population, you look at their behaviors, that's what they do. They fall asleep. They fall asleep. And then they wake up, and what do they do when they wake up? They complain. They complain, they blame, they criticize, they judge. They don't take personal responsibility. So this is fair warning. So you can take responsibility to focus on your self-care, to focus on your daily method of operation, to be more strategic in your daily planning, to discipline yourself so intensely that you're just aware and awake to everything that's going on in your environment right now so that you can make solid choices and solid decisions. See, if you allow all those other stuff and things to come into your mind, what happens? Your mind gets cluttered. Your mind gets cluttered. And when your mind is cluttered, just from your own personal experience, historically speaking, do you tend to make good decisions or not such good decisions when your mind is cluttered? Just type in the chat box, good decisions or bad decisions? When your mind is cluttered, right? When you have a million things going on and maybe your serotonin levels are down, your dopamine levels are down because you've had a little bit too much alcohol, you've had a bit too much bad food, right? Like bad decisions. So find a way, clear some space, remove some obstacles, set yourself up to be successful in a season in which a lot of people are going to have a lot of challenges this year. There's gonna be a tough holiday season for a lot of people for a lot of reasons. And the small thing that will keep those people going towards a better tomorrow is how you're gonna choose to show up today. See, that's really our greatest responsibility. Our greatest responsibility, of course, is to take care of ourselves. But what happens when you take care of yourself? What happens when you clear out the clutter? What happens when you make good decisions, value-based decisions, healthy decisions every single day on repeat? What happens? What happens? You start to flow. And then like Lisan said, right, you hold space and other people see that space and other people look at it and they go, okay, maybe I can walk into that space with them. And ultimately, that's why we do what we do. Ultimately, that's why we do what we do. You want to build a huge team. You want to create financial freedom in your life. You want to put yourself in a position so that if it's freezing cold in the Netherlands or Belgium, and you want to spend the summer in Greece or Mexico or wherever else it is, and you don't have to worry about money or anything along those lines. If that's the reality you want to start to create for yourself, which you're totally capable of, clear all the junk out. Stop letting it live in your head rent free. Create space. Set yourself up for success. Set yourself up to win. Find ways to clear the distractions. Double down on your disciplines, especially in this holiday season. And you will come out on the other side, first of all, feeling better than you've ever felt in your entire life. You'll be proud of yourself. You'll be able to pat yourself on the back. But again, most importantly, people will look at you. They will look at you and say, I want what you have. It's not your body. It's not your physical transformation. That's not what people care about, believe it or not. They see it, right? They see Gilles and his 100 pack of abs. They see that, even though it's photoshopped. They see it, right? He's always photoshopping his head onto my body, but whatever, they see it. Okay, they see the abs, they see the transformations, they see the fitness competitors, they see it, but that's not what they want. What do they want? They want the energy, but not the energy like running around all day energy. The peace of mind energy, the certainty, the knowing that this person has found something, that they found a level of confidence within themselves, a level of happiness within themselves, a level of fulfillment in themselves, a level of pride within themselves. That's what people gravitate towards. It's not the before and afters. It's the essence of who you are. It's who you're being. That's what pulls people in. That's what helps people to look at you and go, God, if Joel can do it, I can do it. I want to feel like Penny feels. I want to feel like Grant feels. I want to feel like Andy feels. I want to feel like Ann feels. I want that certainty. I want that clarity. I want that peace of mind. I want that tranquility. You're so calm. Just everything about you just seems so grounded and so rooted. How? Because I've learned how to clear my mind. I've learned how to set myself up for success. I've learned how to create an environment where I can win at life by simply putting together day after day of simple, tangible little habits over time. But now's where you got to dig in, especially those of you that are new, that haven't heard me give this kind of talk before. The holidays are a very, very interesting time for all of us on a psychological level. Go to work on defending what goes in and out of your ears the next 3 weeks harder than anything you've ever done in your life. Set yourself up to win. Do not fall for the holiday hypnosis, and you will come out thriving on the other side, and you'll keep things moving in your business, and you won't feel like you're pushing porridge up a hill, as my friends in Great Britain would say. So with that, I'm going to post what did you learn in both the groups. I hope this was valuable for you all. Have a great evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, sending lots of love. Thank you for all that you do. We're grateful for all of you. And for the love of God, Dominique, now that you're president, if you could please lift the travel ban so I can come to Europe, that'd be great. Okay, thanks everybody. Good night.